So the Legs table, Legs like, y'all want to meet up later? I'm like, meet up where? Like, first and foremost, like, my mom's probably ain't gonna even let me come outside. Like, and I gotta go straight home. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I ain't saying this out loud. So she like, well, normally when skews start in the beginning, I normally be throwing like a little get together so I can get to know like who messing with me or who not. Like, so she give me like little details, small little details. That's how she link up with her peoples, who she know who her peoples is. So I'm like, I don't know, my mom might trip. I'm like, where's it gonna be at? She like, my house. I'm like, your house? I'm like, okay. I'm like, what time? She like 7. I'm like, 7 p.m. Like, it's hard enough for me to even come to school on my own. You like, but I want to do things different. I want to be honest with my mom this round. I want to try to see how does it go with doing the honest role when it comes to my mom. Because no matter how the way the cookie crumbled, she will always flip out. So Liz like, just see if you can come. You know, she said he asked me just see if I could come or whatever it is at 7. I'm like, what time is over? She like, I don't know, like 11, 12. I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool. I'm like, I asked my mom. So she like, all right. And so she asked Jazz straight up, like, are you coming? And so Jazz like, well, you know, I'm new here. So she like, okay, but are you coming? You invited. It's a get together. Legs like straight up, like, are you coming or not? So she like, well, I don't know where you live. So she like, so Legs like, well, just get it, you know what I'm saying, for Rody Doty. So she like, you going? I'm like, I'll let you know. So Legs like, look, just come, just let me know. Boom, we start walking back towards our table. As we walking back towards our table, we still see Junior. We still see Piper. They still over there. And I like, why y'all didn't get up and move to the side? Why are y'all still there? Right? We didn't get up and left. So her plate, you know what I'm saying? Her plate was still over there. Jazzy plate. So she was like, I don't want my plate. And we got close to the table. So I'm like, you sure? I'm like, I don't think they did that. She like, I don't want the plate. I'm like, come on, I get you another plate. So we get in line. Now we in the line is kind of long because there's still other people, classes coming in because our class our lunch period about to end. We got to get ready to go to our next period. So she like, the bell gonna ring soon. I'm like, don't worry about it. So we chuggling through the line. Now we got to straight pay. After we show our ID, we get that first one free, but after that, we have to pay. So we finally get close. Now, one of the cafeteria ladies was a little younger. I could tell she was digging me. You know how you can feel the energy? I could tell she was digging me. So I got up there. I'm like, hey, I dropped my plate. Straight up. Hey, I dropped my plate. She like, okay. Can I see your ID? So I show her my ID. She like, we been served that class like earlier, like y'all period about to be over, like straight up. That's what she said. I said, yeah, but I know. I'm like, I wanted to wait till my food calm, like, you know, cool down or whatever, like calm down on the heat. So she like, okay, well, let me see. So she gave me some pizza, some wings, and some fries. Now, when different classes come in, like if we come in and let's just say they serving chicken tenders, fries, applesauce, apple juice, and a little fruit or whatever, that's what they got. But they run out, they make something different. They might have pizza back there, chicken wings, chicken legs, or like it's just all depend on what period come in at what time and how fast they running out, right? So like I'm like, dang, I need to be starting coming this period because they got the good, like they got the good stuff. So I get her plate. So she was like, oh, you're so sweet. I'm like, I try to be. So she like, so out of the whole school, I see it's problem. So is the girl that's over there at our table, is that your girlfriend? I'm like, no, to be honest, I don't have a girlfriend, but I got a girlfriend. She like, you don't have a girlfriend, but you got a girlfriend. I'm like, yeah. She like, so what that mean? I'm like, well, it's a girl that's older than me and my mom don't pretty much approve. And I'm like, yeah. like her, she like me, but I don't think we're gonna be able to talk. So she like, oh well, y'all should still talk, like no matter what your mom say. I'm like, my mom is crazy. I'm like, come on, so you can eat. So boom, the first bell, the bell is loud. The first bell for us to end is over with. We got to get ready to get out the cafeteria. Now we have these different color like dots on our ID, so it'll let you know, like if the security guard catch you, it'll let you know if you belonged in that period or not, in that lunchroom or not. No matter wherever you at, it would let them know. So we still sitting, she like, I gotta finish my food. So she trying to gobble it fast, but she take a little bite. So I'm like, walk and eat. She like, I can't do that. I'm like, no, you gonna have to walk and eat. So boom, we go around the other door where there's no security at now. It was 2 exit ways. It was 2 doors that's open down there, and it's 2 doors that's open down there. I'm like, let's go down here because it was no security guard. I don't know where that security guard at. He was supposed to be watching to make sure we don't take no food, no plastic forks, none of that. Because we in an alternative school, we could take a plastic fork, take it to class, and ready to haul you know what. You feel me? So boom, we go out there. She got her plate. She still eating. We go to by our locker. Now, mind you, her locker is by my locker. So Legs like, are y'all, she walk up, Legs like, are y'all coming? I'm like, we still thinking about it. I'm like, I gotta ask my mom. I'm like, I got you. She like, you still got my number? I'm like, I don't think I do. I got a new phone. She like, I still got your number. I'm like, yeah, but I got a new phone. I'm like, what's your number, right? So I'm steady act like, what's your number? Like, just give me your number. I don't want to argue with you. Just give me your number. She give me her number. Boom. I log her number, and she like, just keep me, informed, like, just let me know what's going on. So boom, she walks off. So it's crowded, it's getting crowded. So Junior, I see him, he on the first floor. Now he getting cool, he gaining friends. So he like, look at that little dyke. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, ouch, why everybody gotta call me that? Like, you don't even know what I am. I'm different. You calling me out my name. So I'm like, yep, I'm like, I bet you don't get to pull Piper. Right? So he came in my face straight up. He like, what? I got her number. Straight like that. I'm like, what's her number? Because I knew her number. I just need to hit those. I ain't know her number by heart, but those 4 end of the digits, I know. So he said the 4 end of the digits. So I was like, oh, wow. He legit got the number. So you see, you know what I'm saying, Jazz, she like, hey, y'all stop. Like, y'all don't argue. Let's try to be on our best behavior. So he like, girl, don't touch me, because she had like her hand like kind of on his chest and on my chest, like trying to keep us apart. So she like, you don't want to start with me. She like, I know Kung Fu. Straight up. She like, I know Kung Fu. She like, I'll break one of your joints out of pocket. So I'm like, hey, like, but I saw it. The demeanor on her face, like that she was dead serious. I'm like, so yeah, you know what? Just calm down. So boom, the next bell rung. You hear security guards, everybody get ready to get to your class. We don't want to hear nothing about no tardy slip, or we gonna call your parents or send you home. So I'm like, oh, we gotta go. So she like, you know how to get to our class. Now, mind you, right after lunch, this is the class that is me, Legs. Now it's Jazz, and it's Piper, and it's Junior, and it's some other mistress people that seem like they will be on some extra in the class. You got to remember, this is alternative school, so anybody at any time is ready to tee up. So boom, I'm like, yeah, I can walk you to the class, so I know the way. So boom, we going to class. We get there, boom, the bell rings as the teacher shutting the door, and we coming in. Everybody in there now. Junior's so thirsty. He made sure he had that seat. He made sure he was early for the cause, because he knew I was going to be on that bull. So I end up getting the seat, and Jazz end up sitting in the other seat next to me, but she in the other line, right? And then you got Legs right behind me. So we in the class, and so, now the teacher is asking us basically to participate. Like, who want to come up here at the board rules? So you see Junior raise his hand. So Piper like, no, I know the answer. Like, I know the answer. So he's like, yeah, let's get somebody different. He like, hey, come on up here. What's your name? She was like, Piper. Woo. She go up there, get the answer. Boom. So he like, who want to do the next one? I'm like, hey, I want to do it. Boom, he get me up there. I knew the answer to that. It was so easy. Boom. So everybody was pretty much having a good time. So all of a sudden, he's like, all right, we're going to have like a small pop quiz, like a little test. He like, it can be added to your grade if you do good. If you do bad, we would just, you know what I'm saying, keep your grade as where it's at, while the other students like basically elevate. Like, so if, let's just say, if Junior did good and he made 100, it's going to be added to his points. So I need this test. I need to do good. So I end up like, man, I know I need the credit. That's why I'm here. I'm just here for a small credit. Let me get it done. So I'm focusing. So I got stuck in a part. So I'm like, hey. So Legs like, what's wrong? I'm like, no, not you. Hey. So Legs end up tapping Jazz. So Jazz looks, she like, what? I'm like, what you got for number 15? She like, huh? I'm like, so the teacher look up. I'm like, he like, so you hear the teacher like, no talking. Straight up no talking. So I'm like, oh God. So I take a piece of the paper and I'm like, write it down and I pass it to her. So she like, oh, it's B. So I do it. So boom. All you hear is spack up across my face. Across my face, you just spack up. So I'm like, yo. So all of a sudden, I'm like, who hit me? It was Junior that hit me. He balled up a piece of paper and he threw it at me as hard as he can. And I'm like, who hit it? I'm talking about dead smack in my face, like while I'm talking and jotting the answer down. Like, you know what I'm saying, filling in the answer. He whack up. So the teacher was like, hey, quiet. I'm like, somebody just hit me with this paper. So I stood up and I showed him the paper. I'm like, I know it was you. So he like, yeah, because you're over there talking, trying to get the answer. Straight up told on me. So I'm like, I'm not trying to get the answer. I'm like, I was just asking her, did she have an eraser? Straight up. So boom. The teacher tell us to calm down. We all calm down. We get done with the class. The bell ring. It's time for us to go. So I'm sitting up there. I'm shaking my legs. As soon as that bell rung, we leave out. We getting ready to leave out the door. We do the line. So everybody in line, I'm in the back. I always, anytime that I was in a classroom and we got in the line, I stayed in the back. I never like being in the front or the middle because you never know. You might got people that don't like you. So I'm all the way in the back. So as I'm chilling in the back and we just going, so the teacher's like, can I talk to you for a second? I'm like, yes. He like, look, I see you here just for credit. Just get your credit so you can go. What's going on? I'm like, no, but I'm not going to let nobody pick with me. He was like, well, I'm not saying let nobody pick with you, but tell a teacher or tell the principal or the counselor or the dean or somebody in here. I'm like, yeah, I got you. So I walk off. He like, I'm talking to you, Roshan. I'm like, I hear you. I got you. I understand. He like, do we need to have a teacher-parent conference? I'm like, for what? I'm like, I didn't do nothing. I'm doing your work. I'm coming in. I come in before the bell. I'm not doing anything. I'm like, you're not talking to that guy, Junior. I'm like, he picks with me in the hallway, so I'm talking. I'm squealing. So the teacher is just basically telling me to come in there and don't focus on nobody else, just focus on me. But like, I focused on me. But I got somebody else focused on me. They want to put the pause on me. They want to put the pause on me, and I'm not doing the pause 1990. Just period, poo. So boom, all right, kitty boo, la. As I'm leaving out, I see that it's Junior talking to, you know what I'm saying, Jazz. And Jazz, like, it looked like she didn't look like she was bothered. So I go to my locker and I open it and I put my stuff in. Then I slammed it. So people kind of that was in the area was looking because, you know, it disrupted. Like, I slammed it. So Jazz was like, you okay? So all of a sudden, he gonna bust out and say, Junior gonna say, oh, you mad? I'm like, I thought you liked Piper. He like, yeah, I like Piper, but I don't know, she fine. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, Jazz, let's go. I'm gonna walk you to your class. So she like, I gotta get the rest of my books. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm walking to your class. So he like, Junior like, no, I'm gonna walk her to her class. I'm like, no, I'm walking her. So she like, stop. I don't, look, it's nice to know you. What's your name? So he like, Junior. She like, what's your real name? He like, Junior, J.R. So she like, well, J.R. or Junior, it's nice to talk to you, but I want Rody Dody to walk me to my class. I'm like, she want me to walk her to the class. So he like, yeah. I'm like, go to Piper. So I did this, and he smacked my hand. I'm like, yo, don't do that. So she like, no, Rody Dody don't. I'm like, no, everybody tell me don't do it, but y'all see what he doing to me. So the security like, hey, everybody, come on, get to your class. Boom, I walk her to her class. She like, hey, you okay? I'm like, yes. I'm like, I don't want you talking to him if you're gonna be my friend. She like, are you going to the party later tonight? I'm like, I'll let you know. She like, okay. So boom, me and her, we going now. Mind you, I got her number. I got Legs' number. We all good. We set. We ready to roll. So I go to my class. We end up ending the whole school period. Boom, I leave out. As I'm leaving out, I put my stuff in the locker. School is over with. I'm walking out. All of a sudden, I get a message. It's Kiki. So I look. I'm like, oh man. She's saying she outside. So all of a sudden, I feel somebody squeeze my posterior. I'm like, ooh. So I look and I'm like, oh, I know why you did that. She like, hey, walk me to my bus. I'm like, let's go out the other door. She like, no, let's go. My bus like literally right there. I'm like, no, let's go. Cause I knew that Kiki was parked at the other end.